And welcome to another episode of the Shenanigoons podcast. As you can probably tell with my quick little introduction there, I am by my lonesome. We've had a long week, and I am not prepared to launch the next podcast, that lovely TTRPG, All Night Breakfast at the Midnight Owl, or what will be a podcast called Greetings from Echo Creek. So, with that, I'm just kind of coming in, I'm rambling. Got to make sure that we got an episode out for you guys. So, I'm here, I'm at work, I'm recording Monday morning at 12:45 a.m. And I got a little bit of a teeny, small episode for you guys here. So, with everyone being as busy as they are, it's like, hey, let's kind of spitball, talk about some stuff that I haven't done, or stuff in general, things that I like, things that are pressing to me currently, and maybe a little bit about the current events of things going on in all of our lives. So, the first thing this week is actually the Yakuza series of video games, starting their life back kind of midway through the PlayStation's life cycle in general. I believe starting on, I don't remember if it was PS2 or PS3, but consistently getting new games coming out from the studio behind it. The most recent ones, the one I've been playing most recently, and it got me thinking. It's like, I miss the Yakuza titles, especially kind of like how they used to be. The whole thing, of course, is about the seedy underbelly in Japan. You have your main character throughout the vast majority of the series, Kazuma Kiryu, kind of the Yakuza of the heart of gold, doesn't take shit from anybody, but he's always kind of trying to do the right thing somehow, always getting embroiled in all of these shenanigans that go on throughout the underworld and the seedier parts of Japan. And I know most recent releases, a lot of the red light district content from the early titles has been sanitized out of it, which it kind of goes with the territory with it being more widely recognized now. So unfortunately, I understand. It's like I kind of missed that little bit, but at the same time, it's like I get why it's not there anymore. And then that even translates over to after Kiryu's story technically ended, because you had 0 through 6, so all that was like him becoming the Yakuza that he was in part 1, all the way up through his supposed death. That was kind of his main story. But then you had the more recent one, what was it? The Man Who Sold His Name? I think that was what it was called. And in that one, it's like, of course, it's like, oh, he's still alive, but he faked his death, so then that way he can operate in the shadows, kind of helping with the dissolution of a lot of the more corrupt aspects of the Yakuza families in general. But that also does lead into the 2 Like a Dragon games starring Kasuga Ichiban. And those are the 2 that I've been playing more so recently. So, yeah, it's like a Dragon, and then Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Infinite Wealth, it's kind of fun because you do spend about half the game playing as Kazuma and kind of wrapping up a lot of his story points and getting to reminisce about the past. And it's split between several different locations. You have one party that's primarily still in Japan, one that's out in Hawaii. So as I've been playing it, it's like getting through them, having a great time, because those two, the Two Like Dragons with Kasuga, those are RPGs in the traditional like JRPG sense, so turn-based battles, and it's far departure from kind of the brawler action style that the original series was. And frankly, I think it works. It's a lot of fun. It's silly. Gives you a lot of ways to just kind of experiment with how you can maneuver your character through the world and how to fight your enemies. It's like I like it quite a bit. So that's something I would highly recommend if people have not checked out yet. Because right now it's like you have remastered versions and technically like remade versions of them, of at least 0 through I think it was 3 all got the Kiwami treatment, which is kind of the updated remake versions. So they are all available on modern consoles and should be, I believe, available on PC via Steam, but they're all available there. They're all good games. That said, they are all long games and they have a lot of stuff for you to do in them, so it could be a lot of fun to just kind of waste an evening on one of them and just have fun. That said, I do have a brief update for Magic the Gathering enjoyers. Next year, because of the most recent Magic Con over in Amsterdam, that has wrapped up, so we do have some looks at the main sets next year. Overall, we have 6 sets coming out next year instead of like this year's 7. So we got 3 Universes Beyond, which are unannounced, and you have 3 Within Universe. The 3 Within Universe, you have Noctis, which is going to be kind of a under the sea type of plane that we're going to get to visit. So you're going to have some probable pretty interesting interactions, and in all technicality, since it's a whole water world situation, it's like you're not going to have anything flying anymore, so they're going to have something to kind of get around when it comes to any kind of reach mechanics of some sort. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with that. But the one I know myself and all the rest of the shenanigans are looking most forward to is the middle of the year set, Kamigawa Titan Breach. Kamigawa, it's like that's the set that I kind of ended on when I first played, and most recently that was the set that I was like, shit, I wish I got back into the hobby before it was hard to find, because Neon Dynasty was awesome as a set, has a lot of cards in it that I'd like to get, but it's like I'd like to open the packs and start getting stuff, and it's getting more and more expensive because it's less and less available. So this new set's coming out for it. We get to go back to the plane, and we're going to get some mechs and kaiju out of it, so it looks kind of like Ikoria 2.0. Some big creatures, big artifact things, probably some more ninjas and such, so I'm all in. I'm looking forward to that. And finally, we're going to the plane of Zalfir, which is where one of the primary planeswalkers, the most well-known planeswalkers, mostly because of some of the cards he's associated with, Teferi, where he's from. So that should be a real interesting set to kind of go with, especially seeing as that'll probably get some reprints of some classic Teferi stuff, hopefully driving the cost down of some of it. Now, for one of the reasons why it was difficult for everybody to get together this week and record. So here in Fresno this weekend, there was Hauntmare 2026. So that is kind of like a Halloween in July type of situation where it takes place over the Fresno Fairgrounds. Like, you get a whole bunch of vendors coming in, you get some celebrity guests, kind of like a normal horror convention. You get the celebrity guests come in, they're doing signings, photo ops, a whole bunch of cool stuff to buy. local sellers, out of area sellers. It's like I didn't personally work it, but Jose, Josie, and Isaiah all worked it, and then the girlfriend, she volunteered for it. So she was a volunteer helper, kind of going around making sure things were okay for everybody, making sure the booths were running well. And it was kind of nice because in some respects it was like curse you, but because they woke me up for it, I made the bad decision of waking up to use the bathroom after I got off of a work shift after like 3.5 hours of sleeping, and replied to a text, and that meant call John. So I had to get up and go, but it was a nice experience. Like, I got to go out, see everybody working it. They got me in, and I have to kind of shout out one business that was there. They go by Cabin 13. It was nice. It's like, I liked going by their booth. They're wonderful people, and so they are also local. Apparently they are at Fresno's River Park, little kind of farmers market every Tuesday, because at the farmers market you also do get a pretty fair amount of just kind of generic sales. So with that, let me give you their website URL right now. I'll put it in the show notes as well, so then people can go to it. It is cabin-13.com. I like it quite a bit because a lot of their stuff, all their stuff really is handcrafted. So they got like resin skulls, you got coasters, little trinkets, boxes, t-shirts. They can do custom orders, and they also do a whole bunch of different dice. And the dice was one of the things that I was like, oh yep, I gotta get this, because they have a nice jangly sound to them. I don't have them handy. I would love to have them handy because I very much like the sound that it produces. Made me very happy, tickles the brain in the right way. But I got a chance to support them, very much enjoyed that, and hope that somebody out there can support them too, because I like what they do, I like what products they got, and again, they seem like incredibly nice people to be around. That said, there were a lot of other spots at Hauntmare that I didn't get any kind of links for, but there was like Coffin Coffee Company. They had some interesting little kind of not brews, but roasts of coffee that looked like that could be a real fun one. They also had some nice snacks, and horror-themed snacks are always a fun little experience, especially if you can get a little bit of like that jam-style blood in there. Always enjoy that. And there were also a fair amount of really nice cosplay groups that were wandering around. Not only the ones that were there doing just photo ops, but also there was like one group in particular that stood out to me, is because I really liked the movie Repo the Genetic Opera. They stood out to me because there was a group, there was about 4 of them. You had the Grave Robber and all 3 of the Vito kids. So that was a fun one. I really liked that. And they all did a great job on getting the costumes together. So shout out to them, even though I have no idea who the hell they are. If they come across this episode, you guys did good. Good fucking job. Last thing for today, though, I did have some suggestions for books, because I have also been spending some time trying to get some reading done. Some of it's because, well, I'm trying to put together some TTRPG scenarios for the group. Some of it's because, okay, I just kind of want to read a little bit more. But I bring you 3 recommendations for the books this week. Because, of course, as you can tell, not mainline episode. It's going to be a little bit shorter than normal. Or actually, probably quite a bit shorter than normal. But to each their own. It's fine. The 3 books that I'm going to give you. We have 1 sci-fi and 2 kind of in the horror vein. So the first one up might be moderately well known, and actually should be moderately well known, honestly. Leviathan Wakes by James S.A. Corey. If you are at all familiar with the TV show The Expanse, this is the book series, and this is book 1 that launched that. Phenomenal books, especially the first one here. It's kind of almost a detective novel at times. So if you like mystery, you like high sci-fi, but you don't want it to be super, super, super technical, and you want to also have a real good time with it, yeah, Leviathan Wakes. It's like the characters are great. The writing is wonderful. And I can't tell you who James S.A. Corey is, because I remember that it's 2 people that are actually working on it, but they're just operating under the name James S.A. Corey. I don't remember who the 2 authors actually are, though. So that's my bad. I should have looked that up beforehand. But hey, take your time, look it up on your own, or don't. Just read the fucking book. Second book, it's called Episode 13. It's by Craig DeLuey, and DeLuey is DILOUIE. It's an interesting kind of haunting book, like a ghost story in a sense, because it's half written like a TV show transcript. And then you also have like reports in between, and then some traditional narrative. And it's just following this TV show crew that is recording episode 13 of their ghost hunting show, where things just go awry. Loved it. When I first heard the premise for it, I was like, yes, I'm in. And well, there you have it. I give it high marks. It's better than almost every ghost hunting TV show that's out there, and it's a book. Enjoy the read. Won't take you long. You'll burn through it pretty damn fast, because it makes you want to sit there and just go through it. Liked it a lot. The last one is technically a twofer, because the author Nick Cutter, I don't remember his real name either. Now, with the Deep and the Troop, it is an interesting one, because you'll hear a lot of people talk about the Troop more than the Deep, because it's like, it kind of, I almost think it has that cultural connection to like books, sort of like Lord of the Flies, which I totally get. I mean, Lord of the Flies, it's like it has that kids brutalizing each other, kind of a pecking order comes about, and then you even had another one that was kind of a more brutal Lord of the Flies come out recently, called Laws of the Sky. With all of that, the Troop is very good, so you'll hear a lot of people talking about that. But the Deep is the one I recommend more. It has a little bit kind of a cosmic horror, existential dread that goes through the book. I'm not going to give too much away, but there's a new virus that kind of almost acts as a Alzheimer's or dementia, maybe kind of a Parkinson's-esque thing, where people start to just forget. And as they forget, it starts, of course, slow. builds and builds and builds until they die. But at one point there was this substance that was discovered that washed up on the ocean, or from the ocean, and they called it ambrosia. And with that, they found, oh, this might have the capability of curing all of these things because it has this specific property. And since it comes from the ocean, they discovered, oh, there's more of it in the ocean that we can discover. So they build this facility in the ocean, send some scientists down there, and then it goes radio silent. And that's kind of the setup for the book. Your main character is the brother of one of the scientists that's down there, and he has to go, or he's sent down there to be like, hey, I'm not supposed to be here. You're not communicating. What the fuck is going on down here? And chaos happens. It's a lot of fun. I really liked that one. It's kind of like with episode 13. It's a book that I read in a very short amount of time because it just kind of clicked with me. So it's like I got in, read it. Can't recommend it highly enough. In fact, I forced the girlfriend to read it. But in fact, she ended up not actually reading it. She ended up listening to the audiobook, and she liked it, which is, even though it's just kind of a liked it, I still consider that high praise for a book that I recommend to her. She does have high standards for reading, which it's like I totally get. That's why whenever I've written things, it comes out actually much better than normal because I have her as my editor. I will send things over to her, have her edit them, read them, check for voice, check for like, hey, is this unclear? And my writing is significantly better for it. That said, she will probably be my editor when it comes time to actually record. And welcome to Echo Creek. So look forward to that. She'll have her hand in that because, she has a good gauge on how to make the voice of a writing to be a little bit more engaging. But yeah, so I guess that really does kind of conclude this week's episode. It's a short one, a little bit longer than the last, but or the last one where it was just me. But overall, just wanted to make sure we got something out for everybody. So this is technically, even though it's episode 47, it's going to be considered technically a John Rambles episode because, I mean, why not? It's what I'm doing. It's what I like doing. I can't do this for hours unless I have a particular path in mind and I'm not at work where I have to potentially drop this at any given moment. Yeah, good stuff. But that said, this has been the Shenanigoons Podcast with music provided by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com. I've been your host, John. Jose, Josie, and Isaiah are out for the week. Go ahead, follow us on Apple iTunes /podcast, depending on where you listen to it. I think they have a separate app. No, they do have a separate app. I keep wanting to just call it iTunes because I'm old. Spotify and on YouTube. Go ahead and give us a like, give us a follow, subscribe, hit the little bell notification, leave us a comment, give us some stars. Leave us comments. Do it, please. I would like some comments. I want to reply to some of these and just see what type of chaos people put in the comments. That isn't Isaiah. Because, well, he's a bitch ass. Nah, but meantime then, we'll see you next week. I'm going to try to get things set up so that you might just have an episode with myself, Josie, and Isaiah, because I know Jose is going to actually be out at Comic-Con. So eventually, the following week, we're going to get a little bit of a rundown of his experiences out there at that tremendously overpopulated convention. So again, this has been the Shenanigans Podcast. Thanks, Kevin. I very much appreciate you putting your music online for free. Because that means I don't have to record anything. Okay, but I'm still trying. In the meantime, though, yeah, bye. Peace.